Hi everyone, my name is Eric Boyne. I am the team lead here at AFTWorks LLC, and this here is the first devblog for Project AFT. This is also our first video going into detail on what AFT is, what our goals are, and just some actual gameplay footage. Now, this is a first-person shooter in a anti-gravity arena, utilizing a custom-built dedicated server which is fully server authoritative to prevent cheating and manipulation by the users. If people are interested, I'm happy to do a future video going into more detail into that server and the architecture surrounding it. However, I'll avoid that for this introductory video. This project started 8 months ago in a single player testing environment, and through success and finding some fun mechanics to use, we decided that it was worth the added investment of going ahead and working more into it. We decided to create devblogs not just to document our progress, which is always important for us as a studio, but to also give people insight into game development as a whole and seeing the humble beginnings and the finished product. Now, there will be bugs throughout the process. These videos will not be perfect, but that is all part of the process as well. Nothing comes out perfect day one, and games are not built in a week. This is a futuristic game. The setting as of now, which is always subject to change, is a futuristic sports league that takes place in space. This is, as I mentioned, a very, very early build. Things will not be perfect, and there will be things that look nice and things that don't look nice. We will try to include in our devblogs at least one bug and one fix per video, usually near the end, which will be included in this video. We'll discuss general mechanics in this video, but any recommendations on what to cover in future videos outside of general progress, please leave a comment. Also, if you enjoy the content and want to see more, please like and subscribe, as that will motivate us to prioritize devblogs a bit more than we currently want to as it is. Now, once again, our designer will be changing things as they go, and we hope to take your input into consideration. So if anybody has any ideas of things they'd like to see, use, implement, please share them in the comments. Now we're going to log into the game here, and we're going to connect as a test user. Now, just to give you an idea here, the user will start looking around before we'll get into the moving. You'll see that you are out in space, and as of now, it looks a little bare, as we're still working on it, and this is just a development scene. The main game scene is currently not going to be shown in a video, possibly later. Now, the planet does orbit in real time. We want to give the setting outside of the game sphere an actual feeling of, process, as if, things are moving around the game, and it feels more alive this way. Now, you'll notice I'm rotating around and moving around. Now, there is a centralized velocity system, whereas if you're moving forward, you have to give equal or opposite reaction to stop moving forward and to begin moving backwards. So it adds a lot of dynamics to the game, because just like in space, you can't stop on a dime. You saw some clipping there. That's going to be expected, as this is still an early build of our scene, and these objects are placeholder objects, not finalized objects. Now, the shooting has two modes, an aim down the sight and a hip fire. This is the aim down sight. You'll see it's pretty precise and generally hits inside the crosshair. However, in just a moment, I'll zoom out and you'll see how that bullet spread is affected. And just some more footage just to show you the difference between the two bullet shot modes. You can shoot while you rotate and move around, and the bullet will actually respond with the player's inherent velocity and go according to that as well. Here is a precision shot showing that some objects can be interacted with the bullets, sending them moving around. Now, one of the best mechanics in the game so far has been the grapple hook. Now, this grapple hook connects to an object, and utilizing the physics engine will actually pull you towards it and it towards you, creating a natural balance of weight. As you can see here, this is through no action of myself and solely through the action of the game engine. I can stop my movement using a stabilizer, and we can see how the crate will continue its movement. This could be an interesting way to launch crates at enemies, use them for positional advantages, or just naturally it's just a lot of fun. Now the hit point still needs to be fine-tuned. You will see a little bit of issues throughout this video. However, the progress on it has come a long way in the past couple weeks in terms of the networking and the actual physics and the math behind it as well. You'll see here that we can get some pretty cool movements utilizing the natural movement of the grapple plus your movement as a player. Shooting while grappling is absolutely possible and will create an extra dynamic encounter radius where you'll be able to shoot people even when they don't even know you're there. Grappling other objects here creates a fun natural swing environment, which you can use to maneuver pretty easily as well. Let's see, shooting the crates will move them over time. We don't have a lot of mass to the laser, however that will be fine-tuned and reworked to make that a little bit more responsive and have a little bit more of a feeling of impact. You can see here that the grapple appears to have missed. However, what it is the server is responsible for the hit point, and in this case the client had a little bit of desynchronization causing it to appear that it missed. This can happen over time. This server had been running about 2 hours now before I started this video. So with that being said, it can add some latency issues when the server's been running a little while and having quite a lot of objects moving around. And you'll see here just more of what I mean. Now, you may have noticed in this video, I really didn't spend a lot of time going near those cube objects. That's going to be the bug focus this week. Now, the cube objects currently, if you were to get close to it, it causes a very, very awful stutter. You'll see this in just a moment when this video transitions over. However, that stuttering would just be too jarring for a video of a devblog, and I was really just avoiding it because I didn't want to show that. However, I did decide to make a video showcasing it and then later decided to try to take my hand at fixing it. So this is a video of the stutter in action. So you'll see here as I approach the sphere, you'll notice that there is a slight jar to the sphere when I get close to it and I'm touching it. That's the difference between the client and the server fighting over the position. Now you'll see a lot more pronounced when I come over here. I can't even touch the square without getting blasted off of it. Same thing over here. As I get to the proximity of the cube, you will notice some very jarring movements. I was able to solve this by adjusting how the player's position is calculated on the client from the server. And here you'll be able to see this new movement in action, where as I go over the square now, instead of a jarring movement, I am able to slide across it. This will allow us to create the function of our magnet boots, which will hopefully allow us to walk along these surfaces and give an added dimension of not only freeform flying, but also running and gunning gameplay as well. All in all, that is just about what we have for you. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe and comment if you have any questions, suggestions, or ideas for future video content. Thank you very much.